I'm Andy. I'll be doing the monologue from Forever House by Glenn Waldron. The character is called Richard. I think it's crap. I mean, there's nothing ever happens here. Nothing interesting or amazing or even anything horrible. And the people here, I mean, when they walk round, they can barely lift their feet off the ground. I mean, they kind of walk round like they're monged out most of the time. Haven't you seen that? Well, they do. And it's so, I mean, this town, it's so small. It's minuscule. I mean, it doesn't even have a Pizza Express. Because, I mean, how can you live your whole life somewhere that doesn't even have a Pizza Express? I mean, the people here, they think it's the centre of the... But it's so... Say you put a great big nuclear bomb under somewhere like Debenhams and flatten the whole thing, then the world would be very sad and they'd miss it for a few days and everything. But would they? I mean, it wouldn't be like the world couldn't function without the people in this town. I mean, there'd be no possibility of anything changing or the world stopping. And then all the people in this town and the things they've done, they'd just be these memories in other people's heads. And then those people who had the memories would die. And then they'd just be these people in photographs that nobody ever knows. Does that make sense?
Okay, what went well?
Pace, I thought I'd paced it out alright. I thought my articulation was a bit better than it has been. I tried to include a few more gestures. Sometimes I did look a bit like a retarded duck. Other than that, it was alright.
And what do you think didn't go well?
I feel at times it gets stagnated. Is that a word?
Stagnated, yeah.
It gets a bit stuck, and it's difficult to find a contrast in it because the whole thing is angry,
Rant.
like it's a rant. So it's hard to find a change in it. I tried to at the end where he's kind of like drawing it in, but it's still hard. So I think I need to look for those moments where there's a difference in the character in the monologue. Otherwise, it's just too the same person.
Do you
Yeah.
think it's pure anger? Do you think he's getting more angry as the plot goes on?
Yeah, maybe I should like build up a little. I feel like at the start he's angry because he wouldn't say I think it's crap unless he was angry, because he's not the sort of person who'd. I know crap's not the biggest swear word, but it's still it's a swear, isn't it? In a way.
It's a cuss.
It's a cuss. It's a childish word. Yeah, it is in a way. So I think he's angry there. I think maybe when he starts running on him, he's come down. But that's just what I think.
Is it?
I think you're missing the moments where you could have contrast. I think you've got those moments of, how can you live your life somewhere that doesn't even have a Pizza Express?
Yeah, I think.
You so
that
well
line,
in
because
there.
that's like literally the only line that's kind of funny in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Jackson comedy in there, definitely.
And when you've got those moments where he trails off, I know they're coming. I know you go. It's almost like they think this is the centre of, and that's when you should stop. Whereas it's almost as they think it's the centre of. Yeah,
Okay.
so I can't believe you.
Yeah.
That you're losing your train of thought, or you're not saying something, or you'd want to swear at that point. I just don't believe you at the moment.
Okay.
In your head, I need you to make up the words you were gonna say.
Yeah.
Or you search for it to make it a bit more real. And the moments when you say, the world would be sad, for a couple of days, and then miss it stuff. But would they? That is a moment where it changes. He's saying, they'll be sad, but no, would they? Would they be sad? They're not going to be sad. I think you can change it there.
Yeah.
So I just think you're missing the moments at the moment. I want more attack, I think. I want more moments where, really get your feelings. Like a Pizza Express moment should be like an arc. Yeah? And then there's a bomb in Debenhams. And it just exploded. I know, the world would be sad. Like, miss it for a couple of days and stuff. But would they?
Yeah.
Like, I need to see more.
Okay.
Right.
Andy, are you coming?
Yes,
is it coming halfway through an argument, or is it?
No, it's not an argument. It's
Like is it halfway through the rant?
Yeah, it's venting. No, it's not. It's start off. Well, basically, the characters are talking, and he goes, "Oh, you don't like Plymouth, do you, Richard?" And he goes, "No, not really. I think it's a bit shit." And then he goes, "Well, why is that?" And he asks him enough, and he goes, "Well, actually, I think it's crap."
Let's try it again.
A bit more urgency.
Yeah.
Let's try it again.
Okay. Excuse me. Right. I've got frothing now. I think it's crap. I mean, there's nothing ever happens here. Nothing interesting or amazing or even anything horrible. And the people here, I mean, when they walk round, they can barely lift their feet off the ground. I mean, they kind of walk round like they're monged out most of the time. Haven't you seen that? Well, they do. And it's so, I mean, this town, it's so small. It's...
No, stop.
Yeah.
Still not getting that. And this town is so small. Yeah, it's those moments. You still need to make sure it's clarity in your head. The word you're searching for. Yeah, you're having to play that, but you still should be very clear the word you're searching for. People walk around and monged out half the time. Have you seen that? It's a question. Have you seen? It's a change. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Well, they do. Yeah, it's almost like you're defending your argument at that point, and that's the moment where it should be changing.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to hear in your. I need to see that. I need to feel that you're understanding what you're saying and why you're saying it more. Okay, we're gonna do it again.
Yeah. I think it's crap. I mean, there's nothing ever happens here. Nothing interesting or amazing or even anything horrible. And the people here, I mean, when they walk round, they can barely lift their feet off the ground. I mean, they kind of walk round like they're monged out most of the time. Haven't you seen that? Well, they do. And it's so, I mean, this town, it's so small. It's minuscule. I mean, it doesn't even have a Pizza Express. Because, I mean, how can you live your whole life somewhere that doesn't even have a Pizza Express? I mean, the people here, they think it's the centre of the... But it's so... Because say you put a great big nuclear bomb under somewhere like Debenhams and flatten the whole thing. And then the world would be very sad and they'd miss it for a few days and everything. But would they? I mean, it wouldn't be like the world can function without the people in this town. I mean, there'd be no possibility of anything stopping or anything really changing. And then all the people in this town and the things they've done, they'd just be these memories in other people's heads. And those people who had the memories would die, and then they'd just be these people in photographs that nobody ever knows. Does that make sense?
Okay, how does that one feel?
Much better.
Much better. Why?
Your advice was helpful, and
Oh, good.
I felt like at times I showed a bit more contrast in character. I felt like at times there was a bit more me coming through. If that makes, I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does.
But there was times when I was like, it felt like me saying it instead of the character. Like the bit, I can't remember. But there was a bit where I said it, and I was like, this is me saying it in a way,
Okay.
which I thought was alright.
So
But
your connection to the text?
yeah, I'm connected to
Really?
the text. Yeah.
Yourself in the character.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just
Talk about Reading.
yeah. I think it went okay. It could have been better. It can always be better. I think I've overdone it now a little bit. That it's becoming boring for me to do, which is hard when something becomes boring, because then it's difficult to find motivation to do it. But I thought the set. Ooh, steady on.
What do you think about where you've come from, though, with that piece?
Yeah, it's a lot better than where it was at.
Yeah.
A lot better.
I do think you're resisting yourself a little bit in there, but you
In what,
responded.
in what respect? In what respect?
Like, you know, you're just very static.
Yeah, I guess I could loosen up a little bit.
Yeah, there's a little bit of. And I think
It was a bit like I was juggling plates at times, wasn't it?
Well, no, not that bad. I don't think it's set like that, but I think.
Like an Indian.
Like a waiter.
It's on camera. Let's just get some feedback from peers. Paul, what did you think?
Come on, Paul, be nice.
So good articulation,
Big softy.
Yeah.
good projection, but did seem a bit static.
That hurts, Paul. That really hurts. No, thanks. No, you're right.
Good emotion in the voice.
Thank you.
Yeah, John?
Yeah, absolutely despise. No, it was very good. It was very good. Yeah, second time, I mean, even you said there was a big improvement. The delivery was much funnier. Obviously, it's meant to be quite a funny monologue.
Yeah, in a way.
Very angry. There was a few times where I thought perhaps the pauses could have been longer. Just kind of getting across when he was like, I mean, it's so, I think it was, then he kind of stops.
Yeah.
He's about to say it's so fucking whatever it is.
Yeah.
You still did one moment. You still had one where you didn't do what I directed you to do.
Which was what moment?
Centre of the
I can't
film.
remember which one it was, but you did three of them really well. And one where you just no. But 3 out of 4 is good. I don't know, sorry.
I suppose. I'd like to continue. Yeah, it was, anyway, yeah, for most part it was good. You probably could have, I would have had less of the hand gestures and more kind of, when he's thinking, like he's sort of pacing, I could have almost walked a bit to and fro.
Yeah.
It's not over the top, just like kind of stepping to and fro, thinking, fuming kind of thing. And overall, yeah, it's, I much prefer it standing too, I think. So,
Yeah, it's much better to sit down, isn't it?
Yeah. Dave?
I thought the contrast was better in the second one, but I think it still could be worked on. Things like when you say the centre of the, and then you don't say anything. I think maybe you could kind of think a bit more. Like kind of the centre, you kind of sort of go the centre of the, and then kind of just
I did
carry
think
on.
of a swear word in my head that I was going to say that. I didn't know. Did that not come across?
Yeah, no,
I did have a
Well,
swear word in my
think of
head.
2 or 3 then.
In some of them.
So you like try
Yeah.
and choose which one.
Okay.
And maybe when you say they miss it for a few days, maybe sort of go they miss it for a few, like change it. You
Yeah.
kind of say, I can't remember what you say before that, but then you say they miss it for a few days in the same sort of monotone as, do you know what I mean? That's a beat, I think. Like they miss it for a few days, I think that's a beat, personally, but yeah.
Tough.
I think it's fine.
Okay, well done.
Well done.
That's good. Good, okay. Brilliant.